break, 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 break. In those cold and moldy acres, through the eerie mist and vapors, lurks the shadow of a man who cannot be. Late night when your dogs are growling, it's 'cause they can hear him howling. There's a monster smashing through all heated dreams. Chupacabra, rah 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 rah. 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 He's a villain, he's a cretin, he's a demon. Don't get eaten from a beast that's running wild, out of control. Bird his face is mango grizzly, and his breath will leave you dizzy. They will catch him, put his head up on a pole. Chupacabra, rah 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 rah. 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 Confetti drops in your spaghetti lot the day that Chupacabra's caught. They got him, put his head up on a post. But in the stillness every night, so cold that Coke frost don't gripe, you'll hear a little cry, my Chupacabra ghost. Ow! Chupacabra, rah 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 rah. Chupacabra, rah 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 rah. Chupacabra, rah 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 rah. Chupacabra, rah 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 rah.
Systems, the company store, the paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murder scum. They're on giant death factories keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
I was watching Fox News as I worked out this morning.
So, Marty, you think you can try to take me, make me yours? Hell no. Time to expose you for everything that you fucking did. Time to show the world and show what kind of little faggot, little bitch you really are. Time to show them who you really are, motherfucker. Time to bury this bitch, let's go. You better run and hide, because when I get you, I can't promise you're gonna die. Yeah, your lifeline will be mine. And in the end I will show everybody just what you did. Oh, you think that you're a badass, but really you ain't nothing but a little kid pretending to be a man. And you know it's true, you ain't nothing but a kid pretending to be a man. See, when you fought me, you use your weight. You use your weight against me when I fought you, because you know if I had a shot I would have fucking destroyed you. You're a lazy fucking crack addict who gets strong off of using money, kicks and blades. That's all you give a fuck about. At the end of the day, you ain't about anything at all. That's why no one respects you at all. See, the reason why you use your weight against me is cause you can't fight. You think you're gonna make me yours by doing this right? Not a chance, bitch. You're a pussy. Accept it. Why can't you accept that I will never be yours? Why can't you see that I will never be like you? I will never bow down to you. I'm not gonna be what you want me to. You want the king of Akron? You want the Drift King? You're looking at a motherfucker, cause that person is me. I'm not gonna be who you want to be. I'm not a monster like you. Get it through your head, cause you're through, motherfucker.
She walks in like a wildfire, neon in the night, horror and hellfire. Yeah, she's burning up the lights. Every salty comment's just another spark she bends. She turns their crying into content. That's the message that she sends. And all the fanboys tremble, they don't know how to cope. Every meltdown in her mentions gets dragged without hope. They call her Mommy Hellfire like she's some kind of myth. Empress of the salt storm, crowned with every angry riff. She's the queen of your delusion, standing tall above the noise. All your rage just fuels her power, all your tears become her voice. They worship every movement like she's lightning in the dark. She doesn't need your praise, but she ignites it like a spark. Oh, horror and hellfire, mommy of the meltdown empire. Salt in the sky as the fanboys cry. She turns every tantrum into fire. Yeah, Empress Gooner, Empress old mommy, they idolize her, falling down like zombies. She just laughs as the chaos grows. Fast pace, heartbreak, that's the show. She reacts like a comet, leaving trails across the screen. Every salty fanboy shouting, but she's ruling like a queen. Mommy Gooner, that's the name they whisper in the threads. Not because she needs the title, cause she's living rent-free in their heads. The jealousy is rising like a tidal wave of pain. Every fanboy throwing shade just keeps repeating
Oh, shit. We're here, guys, for part 2 somehow. Somehow I was able to finagle in another stream to finish up the other 6 videos that I didn't get to do. Yesterday afternoon, morning, whatever, I don't remember. My brain, it's everywhere. I'm tired. But I'm not tired enough to not laugh at some stupid people being absolutely stupid. Because I wanna. I gotta have it. I got to have it. We've got 6 videos on the docket. Per usual, everything is in 2 times speed because I am riddled with ADHD. I am ADHD, and my brain works a lot faster, and that's just how it be. That is just how it be. So, without further ado, we're going to start with Nukem Nintendo. I'm not familiar with Arlo stuff very much. I know that he's a Nintendo fanboy, or covers Nintendo stuff. But I saw the Nukem's got a problem with him, so I'm curious what exactly the problem is. Crippling ADHD. I have crippling ADHD. Because I'm autistic and I have ADHD. It's a fun combo. Anyways. We have this to go through. Maybe find out a little bit about Arlo. Might be curious enough to keep him on the backlog of fanboys that I look at whenever I put these things together. So let's begin. Yes? Yes. Oh, player essence. This is player essence, right? Am I correct in saying that? I think this is player essence. I may be wrong. Somebody correct me. Yes, I am a fellow ADHD unfiction fan. I am also a I put the in ADHD watching the IU game. Nice. Oh, God. Again, correct me if this is not player. I think it is. I may be wrong. If I'm wrong, my bad. I'm sorry. I don't know all of the fanboys. I'm learning everybody. I'm finding new ones as well, so I apologize in advance if this is not who that is. Yes, a player essence. Okay, cool. I didn't want to be called racist. I didn't want to be called racist because I'm not. I'm just stupid.
Just making money off the culture as fast and easily as possible with AI slop thumbs and sensationalism. And I noticed that, bro.
Can you substantiate the AI slop comms? Because if I'm not mistaken, this morning you were getting your ass blown out, or in a video that Igor Vigilante show looked at this morning, you were getting your butt blown out because you were using AI in your thumbnails. Now, I'm not gonna deny that my theme song is AI generated. I'm not gonna deny that. I like it. It's cool. I don't usually use it otherwise. But I will use that because somebody made that for me as a friend. I'm keeping it, but I'm open about it. Okay? Okay. This is hilarious that he is bitching and complaining about AI slop content when he puts AI in his own shit, and when somebody calls him out on it, he fucking bans them. Are you kidding me? You're SAWFT. Soft?
I'm looking at some of these Nintendo content creators. Some of the biggest ones, they didn't post their stats. They didn't post anything. I wonder what happened there. Y'all should have posted it. That's the year. Y'all should have posted something. So yeah. But I had some people trying to try me a little bit here. This guy said facts have been.
So what you're upset about is that he didn't put out a video for the year end for Nintendo. Is that what I'm getting here? This is why you're calling him out for it? You're calling him a pretendo because he didn't put out a year-end video? You know people have lives, right? You can realize that, right? Let's do a little something really quick. Why does he... Okay, so he hasn't done one, and he's been doing stuff. He's posted another video since the beginning of the year, or a couple of videos since the beginning of the year. Why does he have to do it when everybody else is doing that? Why does it matter? Are you even gonna watch it? Or are you just using an arbitrary metric and goalpost on whether somebody is a Nintendo fan or not? Because if that's the case, that's fucking stupid.
And getting that vibe from Arlo. Listen, I don't know if Arlo this or that, but I mean, if he ain't posting nothing, then hey, smells like a duck, walks like a duck, looks like a duck. You know, maybe.
Yeah. You smell like a dumbass, you look like a dumbass, you talk like a dumbass, so you're a dumbass.
It's a duck.
I couldn't agree more. You know what? If you pretend to be a Nintendo fan, always talking about Nintendo, always criticizing Nintendo, I better see some proof that you actually play Nintendo. And you know.
Who gives a fuck about your opinion? You are a 263 sub channel. Why should he care what you think? Why should he care what Player Essence thinks? Why should he care about your arbitrary metrics? He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to prove anything to you. And the fact that you think you're entitled to having seen his gameplay portfolio. That tells me more about you than it does about Arlo. Also, Jude, I only have those as songs to the beginning of the show. I don't actually cover lolcows unless they're like fanboys, console fanboys. That's what I tend to stick with. Because I kind of try to stay in the gaming area of things. Cause that, although I absolutely do love, I love me some lolcows and horror cows, but unless they're game related, I try to stay away from covering that. There are other people that do it, although there are a lot of people that are in the salt mine community. That's fine. I'm happily keeping a space warm for somebody specific. I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm just playing around in here because people like my takes on stuff, apparently. Arlo is a Nintendo tuber with a Muppet aesthetic and voice. Yeah, I could pick that up. But I don't see why these little Nintendo crybabies are going nuts. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything.
You know what? The fact that Arlo has not uploaded anything in relation to the Nintendo end of year review for 2025 kind of seems to.
Do you know Putz 12? I do not know Putz 12. Does he make content? Because if he makes gaming content, I could probably laugh at him and put him in my backlog. Or put him in the roster of dummies that I keep an eye on. Literally the case of Thanos. I don't even know who you are exactly. Exactly, butt chug. Hey, what's up, Power Boss? Hey, Chris Wolf. You haven't missed much. We just started. Oh my god. We started on a fun note of people just bitching.
Prove a lot of people's point about him. So a lot of people are under the impression that Arlo is not really a Nintendo fan, doesn't even play the games, and that he's just pretty much doing what most big...
Who, besides you and Player Essence? And your little group of Riris? Because otherwise, nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares. He's not obligated to make any of those videos that you say he should make, and he's not obligated to show you any of his stuff from his Nintendo profile. Conceited? Entitled much?
YouTube channels do, and that's just grift. Lately, you look at this fucking sorry-ass YouTube channel, you don't see anything regarding the end of the year review. Now, I just recently did mine. I finally got the time to do it, did it, video recorded it, uploaded it, whatever. There could have been a lot more hours for my end of year review, or a lot more information, but...
Cool, you decided to show your screenshot of the games you played on your Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 last year. Big fucking whoop. He's not obligated to show you that information, and you're not entitled to it.
I did not link my my original user to my new Switch 2, so I didn't link my Nintendo Switch account with my Nintendo Switch 2. If I would have done that, then there would have been a lot more. There would have been all the Nintendo Switch games that I've been playing, as well as the Nintendo Switch 2 games. But Arlo over here, this fucking clown, as you can see, this guy, he has not uploaded anything showing us what games he's been playing, how many hours he's been putting in. Nope, nothing.
So you're upset because he's rightfully calling out Nintendo while they're literally getting bodied in the stock market. And you're upset because he's not sucking Nintendo's dick enough. Is that what I'm hearing here? Is that what I'm understanding is coming from this dude? Is that what I'm understanding his gripe is? Because that's... As a bisexual woman, that's really fucking gay. That's really fucking gay. Oh my god.
Something like that said 2 days ago, its Nintendo stock value has dropped dramatically.
It has. It dropped 33%. That's insane. That is the equivalent of a rug pull, almost. People are getting the fuck out because they see the writing on the wall. Why don't you? Oh, wait. Because they're sitting on your face.
This video over here, Nintendo needs to do better in 2026. They need to do better. You know what's so funny? I've seen so many videos saying the same shit. It's like, again...
They do need to do better. They're absolutely screwing over their fan base by giving you overpriced, very, very little improvement hardware. And I say that as somebody who has a Switch 2, who's playing on the Switch 2. They are charging you up the ass for every little thing. A Joy-Con was like $70 for the Switch 1. It's now like $100 for the Switch 2. That's ridiculous. You have to pay for a subscription to use a chat feature that's better used on Discord. You might as well just get a frickin' get a card that you can hook into your computer and just use Discord. The only reason I pay for the Nintendo internet shit every year is because I have Pokemon Home and I'm a shiny hunter. Yeah, that's just stupid, Jude. That's just fucking dumb. It's a lolcow. Lolcow's gonna lolcow. Being slammed with another lawsuit of laboring their employees. Oh, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. They're a shitty company doing shitty things. Oh, and need I remind you that for Metroid Prime 4, you have to buy a fucking amiibo to unlock music in the desert. Are you joking? Are you joking? Where are we? Are we in the fucking Twilight Zone?
So many of these fucking NPCs, man, they all do the same thing. It's like they don't have an original bone in their body. You know, you get a few people making some type of video, everybody follows suit and does the exact same thing.
No, it's not easy, but Chug. I have almost all of the Pokemon from Gen 1 to Gen 6 shiny? I have 1 through 6 almost completely done shiny. I'm working on finishing that and then getting 7, 8, and 9. So it's a process. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of time. It's all I do when I'm sitting downstairs with the puppos. Because I can't bring them upstairs, which is sad. And it's why I don't stream as much as I would like.
Mega Dimension is good. I don't know why he put Donut. I don't know what that's all about. It's really stupid. So yeah, his last 3 videos, just him being a grifter, being a pretendo, because that's what...
Do you know what a grifter is? Let me... Grifter. A con man, someone who pulls confidence games. A person who swindles you by means of deception or fraud. So tell me, how is he being fraudulent or deceptive? Riddle me this, Batman. Riddle me fucking this, Batman. How is he a grifter? Because I see a lot of you fanboys, specifically the Nintendo fanboys, as of late, calling everybody that they dislike a grifter. While they don't understand what that is. And I'm gonna play I'm gonna play a clip of something, because that's what comes to mind. One of my favorite movies ever.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
You don't know what that word means and you keep using it. I don't know why. I don't know why. Because he doesn't seem to change his beliefs. He seems pretty consistent to me. Let's do this again and see how consistent he is. Let's see. He's doing reviews. Pokemon Friends is gross. It probably is. About poor Drag Drive. So he's talking about the Nintendo Collectatron, whatever. It looks like he's across the board keeping himself to the same standard, and he's not flopping from this is good, this is bad, this is good, this is bad. Seems consistent to me. So please understand, you are using this word incorrectly. You just disagree with him.
What Carlo is. He is a fake-ass motherfucker. He is not a fan of Nintendo. He's a piece of shit. I'm pretty sure he is Nintendine at this point. Nintendine even made a video.
Who's Nintendine? Who the fuck is... I don't think I know who Nintendine is. Hold on. Because I'm seeing a lot of people thinking that he's Nintendine. Oh, this guy. I've seen him before. I just haven't watched his stuff. So they think that this is the same person. Why?
Talking about Arlo. It's like both of these guys sound the same. They act the same in a way, except for Arlo being a little bit more passive and aggressive, whereas
Passive and aggressive? You mean passive aggressive? Like, just because they may have a similar voice and they both do cartoony, I can tell cartoony videos in that kind of cartoony style of, using their voice, that doesn't mean they're the same person. It doesn't mean they're the same person.
Nintendine's just a full-blown, grifter. But they both are.
Again, you don't understand what grifter means. I don't think it means what you think it means. I need to download that and put it on my soundboard because that would be fucking awesome. That would be awesome. Oh my god, this is... This is so bad. This is...
I'm not going to kill you, but your fatherless behaviour is embarrassing us. Stop it.
They're both grifters. Arlo just tries to be more passive about it. He tries to put on this facade like he's a genuine Nintendo fan, and he's genuinely disappointed and not really happy with Nintendo right now.
Yeah, a lot of Nintendo fans are like that because Nintendo is fucking them over every which way from Sunday.
But the thing is that he's not proving to anybody that he actually plays Nintendo.
No, you don't need to clip it. I'm going to download it onto my computer so that I can make it an MP3 so that I can put it on my soundboard. You don't need to clip it. I've got it already. Don't worry about it, Spectre.
So how hard is it to do the end of your review, Arlo? How hard is it to just show everybody how...
Probably not hard, but he doesn't have to do that. He's not obligated to show you that. Has he done it in the past? I'm curious. Let's do this. I keep opening it up and closing it, but I'm curious.
It'll be a while longer until we can show
Video. Let's go back a year and see if he's done a year review before. Yeah, I'm not seeing that he did a year review. He's just saying top games. I'm not seeing a year-end review, so why are you expecting one? But
how many hours you've been putting into the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch was out for a few months. It was out for like the first 6 months, right? 2025, and then the Switch 2 came out. So have you been playing any of your Nintendo Switch?
Again, he is not obligated to show you that. You are not entitled to any of that information. Sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up.
Or Switch 2. This guy does claim to have played Kirby Air Riders and say it's really good, but then he also complains about the controls. So it's like, it's kind of hard to believe you enjoyed the game.
You can enjoy a game and not like the controls. They're not mutually exclusive. You can do both. I know your little toddler brain can't understand that, can't comprehend that, but both can be true at the same time. Good God. I heard of this doofus because of desire, and this guy is idiotic jackass. I hope he gets terminated for some of his behavior. I'm not going to say I hope he does because I want to laugh at him. I want to laugh at him some more. But if it happens, boo-hoo.
Game, and yet you're bitching about the controls and saying that they're no good. But there you go, guys. This guy's fucking fake. I'm glad he was called out. He was called out by someone in Player Essence stream.
I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And now we get to see somebody that I haven't talked about in a hot second. Somebody who was crashing out for over a month. Over Alex. Oh. Let me hear this guarantee that you got.
What is going on, everybody? You're probably wondering right now as you're watching this video. Bond, what the hell is going on with your hair? Well, I had it pulled back because, I wanted to catch...
Nobody gives a fuck about your hair. Holy fucking shit. Nobody cares. Get to the content.
The fade, and hey, before I bring it back down, why not make a video? It looks wild, it looks crazy. Probably only do it once, so hey, let's have fun. Check out my channel as always, YouTube, Black Bond. Prior videos include, games beaten over the year.
See, you're doing this in the beginning of the show of your video, which means people are less likely to actually watch all the way to the end. Oh, Chris Wolf, this guy accused me of being a pedophile and drawing child pornography. I don't like him either. I don't like him either. He's a terrible person. The fact that he said that and alleged that and then walked it back, because at first it was I draw CP, and then it was I'm a degenerate because I have quote unquote lewd art that I have commissioned from my artist friends. And then he went to, oh, you're just a degenerate because you have a lot of art that's flashy. That's not to my tastes. Oh, boo-hoo, poor Clutch. I'm not gonna sue him for that. He's not doing any damage to me. Yes, he has, Power Boss. He did on Twitter. He did it on Twitter. I'm not gonna go find it, but yeah, he did. And I was pissed. I was literally so close. So close. So beyond close. So beyond close to doing a video on him when he did that. And I decided, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Keep in mind, Jude, I don't put up any of the NSFW art that I get done. And if I do, I censor it. That stuff is for me and my husband. That's for us. And for the lulz of my artist girls, because they think they're as degenerate as I am. They're all gooners. They're all gooners, and I love them for it. Nintendo fanboys are annoying, and the main reason I hate console fanboys and want them to shut the hell up and let people enjoy games on the device. Want if only it was that simple. He's fine, Blast. He's not telling him to KYS or anything. He's fine. Just not a big deal. If he starts getting violent and volatile, then we'll have a problem, but he's good right now, Blast. He's good. It's fine. But chill, Tyler. Chill a little bit. It's okay. I get you. It's annoying, but don't let it make you pissed. Don't let it make you pissed.
Steam Machine is going to fail. Other unsavory people I've had to address over the course of the last couple months. And you can always check.
Oh no, Jude. Oh no. You're not the biggest gooner. You're new to this community. Almost everybody that subscribes to me is a massive gooner. Everybody that's in this chat right now is a gooner. There's a reason why they call me Empress Goonificent the First of her name. And it's going to be even worse when I hit the 2K subscriber goal, because then I have to write smut and read it on stream. I'm not excited about it. I'm not excited about it. Just so you know, I'm not excited about it. I'm not.
Check out my Twitter over at Black Bear. You can check out my Discord over at the City of Hate. All are welcome as long as you
No, I think I'll pass.
actually talk and play games. Now, speaking.
I actually play games, but you don't want to talk to me because I disagree with you and I call you out on your bullshit. Oh.
Of the Steam Machine, which is actually the Steam Machine 2. I am making a declaration right now that the Steam Machine 2, the Steam Machine, whatever its final designation will be a flop and a failure. Flop.
Do you want to tell me why? Do you want to tell me why? Because I guarantee that you can't come up with anything. Because right now, everything is fucked.
Failure. Flop, failure. Flop, failure. Done.
What was that? You could have edited it out. That's... Oh, you edited this video, and you left that in.
There is no part of me that believes that this thing has any chance to succeed. And once again...
Why? How much of the Nintendo fanboys do you think talking down to you is because you're a girl? Oh, I don't give a fuck. They usually don't come at me because I'm a girl. It's usually not what they come at me for, when they do come at me.
Again, for all the people wanting to whine and cry, bitch, and complain about my opinions that might as well be facts, I implore you to please type in the...
Your opinions that might as well be facts. So you think that everything that comes out of your mouth is gospel. You think everything that comes out of your mouth is gospel. That's not how that works. It's not how that works. It's not how that works. You are so confident in yourself, in your, studio apartment that looks like ass. You're so confident in everything you say. when you've been wrong on multiple occasions, especially with Alex. You're a joke. You're an absolute fucking joke, and I like to laugh at you. You are the gift that keeps on giving. You are the cow that will constantly be milked. Keep going. I'm laughing.
The comment section below and tell me when and where I've been wrong. Because sure enough, you probably won't be able to do that now, will you?
No, we won't be able to do that because you'll hide it. Because you're a bitch. You'll hide it because you're a bitch.
I implore anybody to make your videos, to cry in the comment section, to do everything you want to say about why I could be wrong or why I'm wrong. Even though I said right now would be the worst time to launch new hardware, and lo and behold, oh man, it is the worst time probably in gaming history to launch new.
Yeah, but when they were bringing it up, that was before the RAM crisis. Everybody's getting affected by that. You're an absolute fucking joke, and I like to laugh at you. Yep, exactly.
New hardware. Thank you, Micron. Thank you, NVIDIA. Thank you to our AI overlords. Yeah, Bon was right once again.
Yeah, and that's gonna burst really quickly. That's gonna burst really quickly. It's not gonna last. We already seen that it's gonna be, oh, I don't know, $14 billion of crash. Yeah, it's not gonna last.
Again. But here's what I will.
I'm not gonna repeat that, Jude. That's funny, but I'm not gonna repeat that because it's kind of racist. It's kind of racist.
Say that if you are so confident that I'm going to be wrong, and that you are so confident that you will be right, I will issue a challenge with the Kids Move rules that you will be able to place money down on a bet. So if you're a...
Oh, so you're only doing this because you want money out of it. Oh. Thank you for exposing your ass. Hilarious. You only want to fight with somebody or debate somebody when there's money on the line. Is there going to be a moderator for that? Because I highly doubt it. And I highly doubt you're not the type that would mute somebody. Because you just want to get the final word. You want to control everything. I highly doubt that you go into a neutral server to do this. Because again, you's a bitch.
Get shit on!
Person of the internet that loves to run your mouth and always be wrong in every reply you make towards me, trying to...
That's you right now. That's you right now. Mister, my word is gospel. My opinions might as well be facts. They're called opinions for a reason. They're not facts. And facts don't care about your fifis. You're so upset and you're so pressed that people criticize your takes that you have to call people out on your little videos and spurg out all over Twitter for a month fucking straight. Oh my god, you're fucking dumb.
To take things out of context or make it think that I said something I didn't or label me or categorize me completely incorrectly. I'm looking at all you morons that think I'm a PlayStation fanboy, but I digress. I play...
I just think, well, I do think you are a PlayStation fanboy because you do suck your cock pretty often. But no, I think you're stupid because you're actually stupid.
9% of my games on PC. Yeah, I'm talking to you morons. So, any of the cowards, the clowns, the faceless social rejects out there that want to prove a point, here's your chance to not only prove a point.
Jude, calm down with the racial jokes. Calm it down. I know. It's funny. But I try to minimize that stuff. That is funny. But chill. Chill. Just a little bit.
What to make money? Type your terms and conditions in the comment section below. Make a video crying. I don't care. I see this as
I'm not crying. I'm laughing at you, bro. This is hilarious. You're so pressed. You're so pressed you had to spend...
Correctly. I'm looking at all you morons that think...
A whole... looks like... almost... a third of your video bitching and complaining because people criticize your takes that you put on the internet. Do you not understand what the internet is? Yes, I know, but it could be misconstrued as a bit of a racial slur. I get it. Just dial it back a little bit. Do a little bit of a think-a-dink before you type something out. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. You don't need to rephrase it. But chill. That's fine. You wouldn't. That's better. Because if you think about it, I wouldn't bet on black in this case. Kind of comes off as I don't need to go into that. I don't need to go into that. I think we're good on this. He's bitching and complaining. Let's go to the next video. Hey, it's Klutzy. It's the Twink King himself. Oh, let's go. Twinkie boy. Him and Gara are two peas in a pod. Twinkle D and Twinkle Dumb. Love you guys.
Morning, everybody. How are y'all doing today? I'm doing actually very good because I finally got my new GPU. No thanks to Amazon. I made the switch from NVIDIA to AMD. I went from a 5080...
Yeah, I'm probably going to be doing that soon, too. Black Bond, honey, I wouldn't even conspire a food trunk to bring you a bad sandwich. Or, I mean, I think you mean food truck. There's nothing I can do to you that you haven't done to yourself, and more than anything else, you ain't Yasuke. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Which ended up breaking
No,
up.
he's both. He's both to me. He's interchangeable. Take some time, Tyler. Just take some damn time. If you start getting angry, just log off. It's not that big of a deal. You should not let it get to you like that.
On my last flight that I went on to a 9070 XT, and so far I have absolutely no regrets. This thing is a beast. And speaking of GPUs, there's been a bit of confusion in the news recently regarding the state of GPUs, at least NVIDIA's stance on them, because
it's pretty bad. It's really, really bad. It's really bad right now. Not kidding. That Harmon reaction vid yesterday on Gara's stream was both hilarious but mentally damaging with stupidity. Yeah, I know. I covered it beforehand. I covered it before Gara did.
In case you haven't heard by now, I'm sure you have, but just in case, let me get you all caught up. A YouTuber by the name of Hardware Unboxed released a video a few days ago saying that the RTX 5070 Ti had been killed off. Now, this claim was not unfounded.
I wouldn't be surprised. They are dialing it back to the 30 series because things are so incredibly bad. I'm glad that I made Babs when I did, several years ago, because I don't have to worry about that shit for a while. I'm Gucci. And so whatever happens blows over.
He actually specifically reached out to Asus themselves, requesting a 5070 Ti so he could test it, and they said that they couldn't give him one and that the 5070 Ti was basically dead and was stopping production. However, it gets...
Woof. Woof, that's terrible. That is bad. Unfortunately, AMD is going the same way, but they're not there yet. And I'm probably going to come off of NVIDIA and go to AMD because I am not dealing with this 100-hour bullshit. Censored spoiled it for me, the fucker, before Gara's stream. Yeah, Gara had sent that to me a while ago. So I think several days before. And, I had to talk about it because it was too funny.
Gets a lot more complicated because apparently after Hardware Unboxed released this video, Asus reached back out to him again, and this time they said that the card wasn't at its end of life and they would still be making it. It's just that production had...
That's that's some flip-floppy. That's flip-floppy as fuck. Just so y'all know, the 5070 Ti, a $700 card, is now $1,500 currently. Yeah, I'm not shocked. That's why I'm not buying it. I will skip a couple of generations. I'm Gucci for a while.
Had significantly slowed because there's obviously a massive RAM shortage going on right now, and this RAM shortage also applies to VRAM, which is what you find in GPUs. So it's still not 100% clear what exactly is going on. My personal headcanon is that they're not actually killing the 5070 Ti. It's just that, again, because of the RAM shortages, they have to slow down or basically stop production for now. But I honestly don't know why they would want to stop the Ti production, because people were saying that the base 5070 wasn't really worth getting and that the Ti was actually the worthy card of grabbing. But I don't know, man. This whole RAM shortage thing is an absolute mess. But of course,
it's more than a mess. It is a fustercluck. It is horrendously bad. It is not Gucci. It is grody, and it's gonna go badly for them. Because everybody is playing the IOU game. And that IOU game is gonna run out. Because Ponzi schemes always fail. Always. Why? Because the money isn't there and people find you out. We know. We laughing. We laughing at your downfall.
Classic fashion like they always do, a particular PlayStation fanboy on Twitter saw the original video from Hardware Unboxed and just naturally assumed that NVIDIA was completely giving up on gaming as a whole and that you shouldn't be using your gaming PC for, you know, gaming. Basically, this guy named James tweeted out this. To all the...
What? What? Do you not realize that you need GPUs to run your fucking consoles? Chucklefuck? absolutely fucking dumb. So fucking dumb. Beyond dumb. Beyond dumb. You're fucking stupid. I don't know how many times I can say this. Your plastic box has the same kind of hardware as a PC. Hello? Tell me you're fucking stupid without telling me you're fucking stupid. And look at that community. Oh, look at that community guy. Oh, that note. Oh. Graphics processing unit are used for multiple tasks other than AI training. Consoles such as PlayStation 5 use GPUs. Get shit.
Get shit on!
Tell you Klutzy agrees. Oh, I bet he does. K, the you are an idiot. Q, the you are an e. Nice. Yep, you're an idiot.
The quote-unquote PC gamers, GPUs are for AI and research now. They drop you dumbasses for people doing big things. Stop trying to...
Same guy claims he's always been a PC. Yeah, fucking right. Yeah, fucking right. I call bullshit. These fuckers are the ones that are grifting, because they flip-flop on a dime. This shit is grifting.
Hog hardware, buy a PlayStation, stop pretending you need a PC. You never used your PC for a single bit of real work, crying emoji. And then you got community noted, which says graphic processing units, GPUs, are used for multiple tasks other than AI training.
This is multiple community notes on it? Oh, I'll bet. Because he's so fucking stupid, he thought that he was getting an own. Oh boy. That ratio, too. Yee. The other one tells him to sit down for this. Keklamau.
Consoles such as PlayStation 5 use GPUs, and as you can see by that beautiful ratio, he was getting absolutely dogged on in the replies, and of course he had a few comebacks of his own, and I say comebacks loosely, because they're more akin to when you try to have a reasonable conversation with a 5-year-old, but, you know, they're a 5-year-old, so they have no idea what they're talking about, and they have basically no argumentative skills whatsoever, so I wanted to...
Sounds about right. Well, I didn't know you were watching his vid. Well, yeah, I do watch some of the boys. Alex is in here, too. Alex is next. Alex is the next one. I have to watch Daddy. I watch Daddy every stream. Oh, sorry, I said it wrong. I watch Daddy every stream. I should be calling him Poppy because he's Cuban, but I digress.
To take a look at a few replies to this tweet, and also James's replies to them. But first, I feel like I should address the initial tweet. I love how this dude can't comprehend the idea that GPUs can be used for more than one task at any given time. But that's the console fanboy mindset right there. All his console can do is play games and maybe watch movies. So of course he can't.
Yeah, that is the most closeted, closed-minded take I've ever heard. I'm tempted to make another soundbite for Alex. I'm very tempted. I'm very tempted, and I know exactly what I want to say. Should I? Should I? I'll let you guys think about it while we react some more.
Can't comprehend the idea that...
You don't know? You don't know? You don't know Alex is my bitch? You don't know that? Everybody knows that. It's been a fucking joke this entire, like, couple of months. It's funny. It's hilarious.
A GPU could actually be used for something else besides just, you know, one thing that the company says they're focusing on. Because yes, Nvidia is clearly focusing more on AI right now, but guess what? Their GPUs are still great for gaming. Like I said, before my...
Oh, don't you know? Hellfire blows Alex twice daily. I do it twice daily. Make a soundboard saying, nah. Oh, did you see Harmon actually defend Nintendo? Oh, I saw that, yeah. I saw that. I've seen everything that Harmon's put out. I just don't care enough right now. I didn't need to add more to the list of shit I've already got to react to. Because I've got a limited amount of time and I've got, like, 3 videos left. No, probably 2. I don't think I really care about that. I don't think I care about that. I got two videos left. Or should I go and see what Harmon... What did she do? What did who do? What did I do? What did I do? Is there any, did he just put out something that's stupid that I gotta laugh at today? One day ago? No, nothing. Nothing that I give a shit about. Didn't she just join? Didn't who just join? What? I'm confused. Sorry, I have to address stuff on she blew his arm his back out. Oh yeah, I do it all the time. Oh no, actually no, I blow his back out by using a frickin' bat to his back. I don't actually, like, do the same thing. No, I mean, didn't the new Nintendo CEO just become the new active CEO? I have no idea. I don't really care. They'll be able to tell you. Did she already do something wrong that people feel that need to defend? No, he's just a fan. He's just a massive, massive Nintendo-tard. So... yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I've got to do some cleanup in my server. Because I am anal retentive about my server. And just so you know, guys, that the memes and Baddies Bunker and animal things and all that stuff, it's not meant for conversation, it's meant for, like, hot pics, animal stuff, food porn pics, and memes. And the quarantine zone is for anything else that's just weird. So, please keep in mind that those channels are, like, image only. If you want to, like, talk about something, go to general or vent room for anything that you're, you know, you want to vent about. Or salty shenanigans if it's related to fanboys. Those are chat rooms. The others are meant for pictures. Thank you.
97 XT, I had a 5080. That thing is an absolute beast. The fact that it can be used extremely effectively to mine crypto or train AI or something does not change the fact that it's extremely good for gaming. Also, how did they drop PC gamers? Last I checked, the cards still work. Again, the reason I had to get a new one was because the plane ride I took to school ended up damaging the 5080 too much. Lesson learned for next time.
Ooh, that sucks. That sucks really bad. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Klutzy. Oof. That's them's.
My roommate has a 4070. That computer still works just fine. I guarantee a lot of people watching this video right now have NVIDIA cards in their PCs, and I'm sure their computers still work just fine. Not to mention NVIDIA is still putting out their frequent driver updates, which, you know, are focused on supporting the latest games because they know most people who buy their cards are using them for gaming. Also, what do you mean stop trying to hog hardware? It's not like I'm scalping 5090s or something. They're selling their GPUs to consumers, and we're buying them to do what we wish with them, which most of the
yeah. Do people realize that GPUs are used for more than gaming? Like, GPUs are used to, like, edit videos. I use mine to edit videos. They do a lot of things. God, why are people so dumb?
The time is play video games with them. How is me buying a product that's being sold to me hogging it? And actually, I do need a piece.
That's true. How is that hogging it? Like, dude, you're meant to buy it. That's the point.
Not just for gaming, but I also have this wonderful YouTube thing that I do. You know, I can't make these videos without my computer. Also, sometimes I do schoolwork.
Exactly. Thank you for reiterating what I just said.
This computer, not always, and I have a laptop that I use most of the time, but I do use it sometimes. And even if I was just using this computer for gaming, that's my choice. It's none of your damn business. And I'm sure as hell not downgrading to a PS5, where I'll be getting worse performance, less freedom, and I'll have to rebuy all my games. Not to mention I straight up...
Exactly. I'm a graphic designer, and Photoshop uses GPU a lot. Yes, it does. I don't use Photoshop anymore. I use GIMP because I don't want to deal with $20 a month for that bull. I don't need to do that. I'll use GIMP. Although GIMP is a little less, you know, user friendly.
I wouldn't be able to access some of the games that I play on PC because some of them are indies that are only on PC. But even then, like the community note said, you do know that the PS5 has a GPU inside of it, right? That's what's powering it. And oh, by the way,
I bought something that was on sale. What's the problem with that? Exactly. Exactly, Blast? Why is that a problem? Isn't the point to buy the cards so that you're paying the company so the company can keep making cards? Funnier thing about James, he claims to always be on PC, yet he yaps about PlayStation constantly, and even his profile pictures, all the PlayStation here. Yeah, I know. He's a grifter. He's a grifter. He's a grifter. That's the actual definition of a grifter.
I know this is going to come as a huge shock to you, but Sony doesn't actually make the hardware inside the PS5. AMD does. Your whole console there, it's running off of AMD hardware. So guess what? If GPU manufacturers give up on gaming and just full on pursue AI, then guess what? The consoles are screwed as well. It's kind of hilarious that in trying to use this whole situation as an own, A, he's completely wrong, and B, this would be a completely disastrous situation for consoles as well if it was true. Anyway, now that we've addressed the...
Yeah, I don't think they realize that they're giving themselves a self-own. I don't gotta do nothing. You're doing it for me. Version of GIMP that's made to damn near perfection, simulate Photoshop and the interface and commands. That would be awesome. Because I hated paying out the ass for Photoshop and Premiere. And GIMP is okay, but there's so much shit that I can't do or I haven't figured out how to do that I was able to do in Photoshop. So that would be great.
The original tweet. Let's take a look at a few replies because, man, this is bad. First off, PC Vortex replies and says, my 5080 and 9800 X3D seem to be suiting me just fine. Plus, I have more games than you could play in a lifetime. Then James responds and says, they dropped your ass because all you cared about and only know what to do with a PC is playing games. They bailed on you. Then GTI Bro replies and says, Lamau, enjoy what's coming for consoles, moron. And then PC Vortex replies and says, a PS5 Pro is currently $750 US. Someone's in for a sticker shock when the PS6 launches in 2028 to 2030. And then James just replies, they dropped you like a sack of potatoes. So
How? GPUs are still going to be given to us because we pay for it and use it. They're not just going to go to the consoles, and they're not just going to go to AI, because we know the AI bubble's going to burst. I've said this already. All of us are saying it. Oh my god, you're fucking dumb.
Right, no argument whatsoever. He knew he got cooked. Bro literally cannot formulate a single thought to save his life. He probably heard the drops like a sack of potatoes saying like 5 minutes before he made that tweet, and now that's the only thought circulating through his head. Also, I love how the insult for console fanboys went from, oh, well, PC gamers don't play games at all, to now, oh, PC gamers only play games, and that's not...
That's so funny. That is the funniest walk back and the funniest flip I can see anywhere. It's so good. Tell me you haven't owned yourself without telling me.
Get shit on!
What the companies that they buy the GPUs from want them to be using their GPUs for. Isn't it funny how that works? But yeah, PC Vortex is absolutely correct. The sticker shock is going to be insane. I guarantee, I'm calling it right now, assuming the RAM shortages keep up, which they likely will, the PS6 is going to be $900 minimum. We'll see if that actually happens, though. Who knows? Literally anything is possible in this day and age. All right, next up, Ben says this has to be bait, and then James just replies, they moved on from gaming. How is it bait? Clown emoji.
Why the fuck you lying? Why?
Really? Really? Really?
Again, that's pretty funny considering that their literal gaming software is still up and running and getting constant updates. And the main selling points of their new GPUs, especially the 40 and 50 series, have been, yes, the AI components of it, but how that AI helps make your gaming experience better. Now, whether it does is up for debate. I would argue that fake frames are making things worse, but regardless.
Yeah, I would disagree. I think it's making worse, yeah. I was being told I need to move to GIMP. I mainly use MS Paint for my memes. Dude, go to GIMP. Yeah. Go to GIMP. I'm gonna try out the other GIMP stuff. Hey, thank you for staying a member, Hero Culture. I appreciate you. But yeah, I'm gonna try out this this GitHub and see if it works. Cause if it works and I like it, that's what I'm gonna use from going forward, because I know I can make better thumbnails that way. Right now I'm kinda hampered because the thumbnail game is there's not as many features on GIMP as there are on Photoshop, unfortunately. And GIMP is not as user-friendly. Yeah.
Does this dude not know that cards like the 5090 and the 4090 have primarily been workstation cards for years now? Like, you do know that, right? They weren't designed specifically for gaming. They were designed for doing GPU-intense...
I love the Alex memes. They are funny as hell to me. I love that shit. GIMP is great. I had to learn, but it's great as a broke college student. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It works. It gets what I need to get done, but I'm trying to learn to do better.
Work, like 3D rendering, video editing, and even AI training. It's been like this for a while now. It just so happens that because those cards were powerful enough to do this, they were also extremely good for gaming, so it's a win-win. Again, this dude literally just can't comprehend the idea that a GPU can have multiple uses. I use my GPU for gaming and for video editing. I don't use it for AI training or Blender 3D rendering or anything like that, but I could if I wanted to. Doesn't mean they're dropping gaming. Anyway, what do we have next? Miller says, you say that as if consoles won't increase in price and ultimately push gamers towards cloud too. Anyone who owns an RTX 40 or RX 7000 series card don't need to upgrade yet. The newer cards are barely an improvement over last gen. And then James replies, they will, but PlayStation is subsidizing. Who is subsidizing for you?
They're subsidizing? Oh, no, they fucking aren't. Absolutely they're not. They are absolutely fucking not subsidizing that shit. They are going to put the cost on you, and your shit is gonna go skyrocketing, just like ours. We are in the same shitty boat together, paddling up shit creek with no paddle whatsoever. We're both together up shit creek without a paddle. My brain is starting to fall apart. Either I need sugar, or I need to sleep. Anyways.
Is it Micron, Western Digital, Nvidia, AMD, Lamau? The PC manufacturers just deprioritize gaming. You have to swallow that truth. Oh, PlayStation is subsidizing, are they? Well then, why have the console prices only increased as the generation has gone on? Subsidizing means that they would be taking a loss in favor of the consumer, so that they can keep their hardware cheap, but hardware prices have quite literally only gone up.
They're not gonna do that. They are absolutely not gonna subsidize anything. You're pulling that out of your ass. All the way out of your ass.
As this generation has gone on. I guarantee you the PS5 Pro is going to be $800 by the end of this generation. Price increases don't sound like subsidizing to me. And again, I don't care what the PC manufacturers say they're doing when it comes to AI or whatever. If they're putting out cards that are still great for gaming and are still affordable.
In response to Power's loss, what's your source? My source is that I made it the fuck up. My brain left months ago, exactly. I used my GPU for Blender, CAD, and running code while I was an engineer. I use it now for mainly gaming because I don't need it for my classes. But I use it for tasks other than gaming. I mean, yeah. People are just dumb.
Well, that's all I care about. In fact, you know what? I just went over to my 9070 box just out of curiosity. I'll take a picture and show you. Literally on the box, it says this card is all you need for ultra-fast gaming. And it talks about their software that they have, which helps improve performance in video games. But yeah, sure, dude. They're definitely deprioritizing gaming. Okay, bud. And again, like I said before, he mentioned AMD right here. What does he think is going to happen to consoles if AMD
Why do I always gotta be right? Why? Why do I always gotta be right? Why did you pull a fucking Star Wars and the pig with the capital Y? I love the stupid shit I get up to when I play games. James is a massive PS fanboy. I have a Series S, a Switch 1, a Series X, a Switch 1, a PS5 digital, and an RX 7900 XTX. Plus, I just double dipped on Resident Evil 4 Remake Gold Edition for $50 in Series S. Everything is going up. Yup. Everything is going up. It doesn't matter. It does not matter where you are, where you land. Y'all, all of us are getting butt fucked. Well, all the people who need, like, upgrades and stuff are getting butt fucked. I'm not. I got Babs. Babs is my baby. For those of you that are new, Babs is badass, big ass bitch system. Yeah. I love her. She's great.
prioritizes gaming? Does he actually think
Also, thank you for the 10, Hero Culture. I appreciate you.
PlayStation and Xbox are making their own hardware without the help of a third-party company like AMD? Because he's in for a rude awakening if he does. All right, next up, Dizzy says, my 4080s might only be used for gaming, but it provides a hell of a lot better of an experience than my cheap PS5 or Series X ever could. And then James replies, okay, but Nvidia's telling you don't matter. We got better things to do with the silicon from now on. So stop hogging hardware or pay a lot more for your hobby going forward. Again, what is this obsession with hogging hardware?
The point is to buy it. The point is to buy it. What? Good news is AI companies are in the red. Yeah, like they're looking to be 14 billion in the hole, and I'm laughing my ass off for it. Oh my god.
Again, it's not like this dude is scalping 5090s or something. He bought a 4080 so he could play video games on it. How is that hogging the hardware? Nvidia had to sell it to him. Like, it's not like he broke into the Nvidia warehouse and stole a 4080 from them. Are you, as a PS5 owner, hogging an AMD GPU by this logic? Like, I just don't get it. All right, next up, Tracer Token says, a PS5 has a GPU, and then James says, yeah, no crap, laughing emoji. And then Tracer replies and says, so why buy a PS5 over a PC? And then James replies, because you only want gaming and don't want to do work on it, like most of you don't on a PC anyway, clown emoji. And why is this any of your concern? Why does it matter to you that I'm buying a GPU primarily for gaming? No, I'm dead serious. Why? Is it because Nvidia's doing more of an AI push now that all of a sudden you think nobody's allowed to use a GPU for gaming?
That is so fucking gay. That is the gayest argumentation I've ever heard. Tell me you're coping without telling me you're coping.
I'm not going to kill you, but your fatherless behavior is embarrassing us. Stop it.
Anymore? Like, I literally don't get it. Then again, this is a console fanboy argument. If I did get it, I think that says that there's something wrong with me as opposed to him. All right, let's look at one more. Hey, we got a special feature from that generic Eric in this one, so yippee. Power Man says, top tier code.
Oh no, I hate this guy. Oh, I hate this guy. Him and his Star Wars cronies can go fuck and suck on a bag of dicks.
Most gamers don't even need to upgrade this year with the DLSS 4.5. This is a blip in time. Then James replies and says, the cope is you pretending they're no longer prioritizing you because they're moving on to bigger and better things. And then Power Man replies, well, PlayStation moved on to PC, so what's that say about y'all, lol? And then that generic Eric says, that's why they stopped making ports, right? Eric.
Wait. Klutzy, did you not catch this? Did you not catch this? He said it wrong. The cope is you pretending they're no longer prioritizing you because they're moving on to bigger and better things. That's your argument, stupid. Unless it's a typo. Unless you're trying to typo there, what you should have said, or what you meant to say, I think, is the cope is you pretending they're not, or that they're still prioritizing you because they're moving. Oh my god. Oh, my brain hurts. That is not what. The cope is you pretending they're prioritizing you over bigger and better things. Because that's your argument. Your argument is that they are no longer prioritizing gamers. Which, I don't think they care as long as their hardware gets sold. Don't think they care. And it just proves, once again, that a lot of these dum-dums were those children that were left behind.
Eric, I don't know how to tell you this, but PlayStation is still making PC ports. In fact, PlayStation games are coming to PC faster than ever nowadays. I guarantee we're going to get a Ghost of Yote PC port within the next few months. Also, you ever hear of a little game called Marvel Togon Fighting Souls? Yeah, that's day and date on PC. Wolverine is absolutely coming within, if not a year, then within 6 months of the PS5 release. Also, you want to know why PlayStation has kind of slowed down on PC ports recently? It's because they just slowed down on making games recently. They've ported—
Yeah. Fucking owned yourself.
Ooh, bitch, that's a banger.
Good God.
most of their stuff to PC. Now that they're all caught up, they can't make ports if they're not making games. In fact, if you look up the upcoming PlayStation 5 games, most of them listed are third-party games, like GTA 6, Resident Evil 9. PlayStation's first-party output has slowed to a snail's pace, so naturally, of course, PC ports are also going to slow to a snail's pace. Doesn't mean they're gonna stop.
Power Boss. The question is, when isn't he crashing out? A lot of these dum-dums are the ones that were left behind. I'm glad that you like my quips. Sometimes I have little flashes of genius. Not very often, but sometimes.
Kind of like how my 9070 XT isn't going to suddenly stop working just because AMD wants to focus more on AI now instead of video games specifically. But I think I made my point. Anyway, guys, with all that being said, that is all I've got for this video. And really—
Alrighty. We're gonna go see Poppy. Ay, Papi chulo.
Really quick, before I go, I just want to ask, if you own an NVIDIA or AMD—
Clip it.
For the past 20
Clip
years
it.
or so, there has
Oh, we got a haircut. Oh, Daddy, you took my advice and got a haircut. You're looking good. Oh. Mommy likey.
been one company standing tall as the epitome of actually proper consumer advocacy for customers on a consistent basis. This company provided possibly the best refund policy you could actually ask for in video games, consistently puts the customer and consumer first above anything else, and they always provide you with proper clarity of what you're actually purchasing. And that one company is in fact Steam. The thing is though, Valve and Steam—
And that's changed a little bit. Lol, god damn it, Hellfire. Clip it and ship it. Clip it and ship it. We know that's gonna get clipped. As soon as that gets clipped and sent to fucking Alex, he's putting that on it. He's gonna use that. We know it.
have been under quite a bit of hot water over the past couple of days, and it turns out it all has to do with a rule change that provides specific tagging for developers in their games and what you get to see on Steam's storefront.
Oh, but what I was saying is that nobody really likes this. I agree with the sentiment of you should be putting what's in your food on the labels. Why shouldn't that be the same with Steam games?
As well. And that rule specifically has to cite a massive change on what AI content is allowed on Steam and what developers have to then disclose as part of AI content in their games. This all comes right off the heels after Experts in 33 won tons of awards, but was also being lambasted online for using AI-generated content as placeholder art inside of their game, even though that placeholder art was then removed by actual artists and proper art was placed in afterwards.
Oh, he's my bottom. He is my beloved bottom who gets pegged twice a day. Yes, he is. And he loves it.
This also comes right off the heels of Larian Studios as well, saying they were using generative AI for actual storyboarding and concept art creation in their games, even though after an actual Reddit AMA, they decided to not use any Gen AI at all. But the thing is, this goes back even further before that. In fact, it goes back to November of last year when Tim Sweeney took a swipe at Steam. A few months back on November—
Oh, I don't remember this. Yum, genetically modified Steam games. Exactly. Jude gets it. Jude gets it.
26th, Tim Sweeney in fact said this: agreed, the AI tag is relevant to art exhibits for authorship disclosure and to digital content licensing marketplaces where buyers need to understand the rights situation. It makes no sense for game stores where AI will be involved in nearly all future production. And this tweet is actually what sparked all of this off going on with Steam and Valve and their AI tag specifically. The thing is though, AI is going to be introduced into all forms of gaming production. Tim Sweeney is correct about—
I mean, technically it's already in. I mean, technically there is already AI in our games. Technically. What they're looking— When you're playing a game, your enemies are running on an AI of sorts. It's already there. What we don't like is generative AI. We don't like generative AI. This is what we do not like. Let's be fair, you do too, Hellfire. I'm starting to wonder who likes it more. I mean, we both are power switches.
About that. The difference though is that Tim Sweeney wants unregulated AI usage across basically every single game. And the big difference here is customers and consumers need to know what AI is being used, how much is being used, and what is actually being impacted in their game directly. And I think that's going to be where
Exactly. Exactly, Spectre. What they're looking for is transparency. I want transparency. I bet everybody here wants transparency. Because if you make it a whole fucking game that's using AI and you're not, like, there's nobody else involved in it, that's a problem. We got a problem. I don't care about what happened with Expedition 33. Because they patched that shit out fast. And it wasn't meant to be there. They missed it in production. That's fine. I'm kind of okay with what Arc Raiders did because they paid people to train the AI. but I don't want full-blown generative AI in my shit replacing working people, because when that starts happening, oh boy, it's gonna snowball. And I'm not talking about the sex act.
Tim Sweeney definitely had a fall off, and why Valve had to make.
If you don't know what a snowball is, look it up, or don't. That's up to you.
Specific change. But there's more, though, that Tim said as well. Tim Sweeney also tweeted out the same day saying, "Why stop at AI use? We could have mandatory disclosures for which shampoo brand the developer uses. Customers deserve to know."
Oh, shut the fuck up, Tim. Stop being an absolute pussy-ass bitch. This is stupid. You're stupid.
LOL. Now, of course, clearly you can tell that Tim Sweeney is being an absolute all about the entire situation, and he's basically just angry that people are happy about Valve providing the AI tag specifically to customers and consumers.
Yeah. He angry. He an angry motherfucker. And I say, fuck you. Fuck you!
1v1 me, you pussy!
And letting devs know, hey, if you use AI artwork or anything AI related in your games, you have to disclose it for the customer as well. And that's honestly a good thing. People who are spending their money should know what kind of product they're in fact buying, whether it actually is nothing more than just AI slap, or if it is in fact handcrafted by actual developers for their game specifically to be purchased. But there's a reason why I bring this up specifically, because it looks like Tim Sweeney is trying to take a victory lap after Valve made a massive sweeping change to their AI policies and what is required for developers to in fact disclose for what kind of AI is in fact being used in their games. Because
yeah, we don't like this. Valve has significantly rewritten Steam's rules for how game developers must disclose their AI use, clarifying the AI-powered tools do not require a disclosure. That's a big motherfucking problem. I don't like that. I don't think anybody in the chat likes this. This is dumb. You're dumb. Please don't, Steam. Please. To hell with them Epic Games, exactly. But about as angry as Gara not getting uppies. I mean you right though, Buttchuck. I mean you right though.
According to VGC, Valve has, quote, significantly rewritten Steam's rules for how game developers must disclose AI use, clarifying that AI-powered tools do not require a disclosure. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you this right now. We're going to find out who actually knows how to read or retweets things without actually reading the article as well. It's going to be an incredibly fun time. Because the thing is this, Valve's change to AI and what game developers should be disclosing is actually a good thing. No, I'm not kidding.
Is it? Is it? Please elucidate me, Daddy. I want to see Papi Chulo school all these fucking haters and dum-dums. Elucidate me.
Kidding. You see, previously, anything that had any sort of AI usage at all would be required to have that tag specifically added onto that game. And for some games, it made a lot of sense. Things like Arc Raiders is a good example. A game that specifically notes that it in fact does use AI-generated content that you consume as an actual player in said game. Whether it's a ping system, whether it's voiceovers, whether it's artwork, it's there and listed. And that is a good thing for customers and consumers to know. And it does prove that even if you have AI content in your game, that doesn't mean that it's going to be a death nail for your actual title to be successful. Your game can still be good, even if it does use AI in some capacity. But the big ticket about this entire thing isn't just the fact that game developers are using AI, it's the fact that AI is going to be ubiquitous in game development completely. But you know what, before we get
Yeah, it is, unfortunately.
into why this is actually a good change by Valve and Steam, let's see what the article had to say and go from there. As spotted by Game Discover co Simon Carlis, Valve has made it clear that AI-powered tools such as code helpers do not require a disclosure, and that efficiency gains through the use of AI-powered dev tools is not the focus of its efforts. The first of the two types of AI use that developers will have to disclose is AI to generate content for the game.
Okay, that makes sense. Elucidate. Elucidate. To make something clear or to explain it. See, I'm a learned woman. I'm a woman of culture. Sector. I'm a woman of culture. I use big words.
That is within the game, on its store page, or in marketing materials. The second is, quote, AI content generated during...
Buffer and succotash. I'm sorry, I had to. It was on my brain. It was on my brain. ADHD moment. I'm sorry.
Gameplay, and whether the game in question generates AI-created images, audio, text, and other content. Since 2024, Valve has required developers to disclose on Steam whether generative AI was used in the creation of their games. This then appears on the game store page in a section called AI-generated content disclosure. That right there has to be the funniest clapback to Tim Sweeney I've honestly ever seen. Valve is not just going around and saying, hey, if you use any AI-powered tool, you have to disclose that you use it. No, what they're
okay, so they aren't necessarily changing. They're not changing in a bad way. Okay, gotcha. That makes more sense. They're still keeping to, if it's generative AI that makes the content itself, then yes, you need to disclose it. But people using AI tools in order to, like, expedite processes like coding, totally fine. Totally okay. I'm good with that.
Focusing on what they're looking at is actually the protection of actual artists and actual musicians and everyone else using AI tools right now in the gaming space. Tim Sweeney may have been right about one thing. AI tools are in fact being used by basically everyone in gaming. The difference is, though, Tim, that game developers should not be given...
They're being used on, like, everything and every front. Like, administrative work. Even my job, we're using AI to try and, like, fast-track stuff. Which is not the answer for everything. But it does help with the little tiny menial tasks that bog down my day.
Given carte blanche to go through and use AI for every single aspect of the game development, they should do it where it actually fits the best. And the thing is, even Gabe Newell admits that using AI is going to be a powerful tool compared to people that actually don't use it. According to PC Gamer, Gabe Newell says AI is a significant technology transition.
Gabe, the Lord and Savior, Gabe. Oh, Gabe. Oh no, not a learned woman streamers. Right? I should know nothing. They gotta repeal the 19th Amendment. Lol.
On a par with the emergence of computers or the internet, and will be a, quote, cheat code for people who want to take advantage of it. If I had to point to a technology transition to get in front of, it's to figure out how to use AI to do anything better. In fact, this is the only positive take we're going to be seeing about AI usage in game development either. It can't be done the correct way. And one historic game developer is in fact choosing the right way to actually use AI properly in game development. With the article from The Gamer saying this, Hideo Kojima thinks of AI as more of a friend, but one that he'd only let handle the tedious tasks of development that would lower the cost and...
Exactly. Exactly. That's what we need to use it for. You need to use it for, like, the menial shit. You shouldn't be using it to make the actual content itself. The coding is fine. Totally alright with that. But not to actually make the content.
Cut down on time. The mind behind Metal Gear Solid and Death Stranding would lead the creative part and use AI to boost efficiency. And that statement, not only by Gabe himself, but also by Kojima and many other devs as well, is exactly why Valve had to make that change for its AI tagging system. Simply because, as a game developer, it is literally your job to cut down on costs and improve efficiency over time when making that actual game. The problem, though, is the AI tag itself before was in fact too generic, and any game developer that used any AI tool whatsoever, even if it was for code efficiency, would have to disclose that AI was used in that game. And Valve has been getting ahead of the curve.
Okay, that makes sense. I see where they're going with that. I see where they're going with that. Okay. Cool. Makes sense. Makes sense. Thank you for elucidating me, Poppy.
Simply because AI has been a massive problem on Steam already, even before this actual change. Because also according to VGC, Steam games disclosing generative AI use are up 800% in 2025. Around 20% of all games released so far in 2025 have disclosed using generative AI. And
that's terrible. 20%? Not 5, not 10, not 15, but 20? Bitch.
where things are getting really insane. An 800% increase of AI use in game development really is insane to hear, but not when you really think about it logically and what's actually happening in the gaming space right now. Look at Unreal Engine 5. They literally have their own AI suite built into the actual game development engine, and things like Photoshop as well have massive AI tools, and basically anything right now that is helping game developers make games has AI included in that actual pipeline for game dev. So if that AI tag was still in place without any change, what would happen is basically every game loaded onto Steam would require that AI tag at the very beginning, basically just putting everything.
Yeah, that's true. You right, Alex. You right.
Down and making that tag completely worthless for any user wanting to find out whether AI was used in their game or not. And the majority of the time, people are looking for whether or not the code is actually officially optimized with AI, or someone used Copilot in GitHub to make things a little bit easier for them to code something, or to make like an if-then statement or a loop or whatever. What people are looking for in terms of generative AI or AI in games is whether or not artwork has been used, music has been used, or in fact the game itself is something more than just AI slot that's been rehashed, sort of like an Unreal Engine 5 asset flip. And that's really the entire crux of.
Yeah, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that ever. We want people to get paid for their work. We don't want robots taking over. We don't want Skynet. We don't want Skynet.
This whole thing, people were going around and trying to lambaste Valve, not really understanding what the actual change truly entailed. In fact, here's what the actual screenshot of the developer side looks like. With the newly updated AI page saying this: we are aware that many modern game development environments have AI-powered tools built into them. Efficiency gains through the use of these tools is not the focus of this section. Instead, it is concerned with the use of AI in creating content that ships with your game and is consumed by the players. This includes content such as artwork, sound.
Alex doing his work. He's doing all the legwork to make sure that he gets every angle of this. He wants to make sure that this story is spit-shined. Ooh. We love it.
Narrative, localization, etc. Does this game use generative artificial intelligence to generate the content for the game, either pre-rendered or live generated? This includes the game itself, the store page, and any Steam community assets or marketing materials. Mark yes or no. And this is why it's so good to have this distinction and why people were in fact jumping the gun on what Valve's in fact doing. Steam and Valve were not trying to go around and shove AI into a corner and just go ahead and skate by it or sweep it under the rug. No, what they're doing is they're having a clear distinction between, are you optimizing your workflow as a game developer? Cool, that's fine, normal. Everybody's going to be doing that. That's not a big deal. Or are you using AI to basically make all the artwork, all the music, all the voices, and everything else and just pump it onto our store page?
Yup. Once the Gooner androids come out, we're cooked. Oh, we're so fucked.
That's going to be the big difference, and that's exactly what people are looking for. They want to know that the game they're playing, the artwork they're seeing, the music they're hearing is made by actual people, and they totally understand that there are in fact vibe killers out there that will use AI to code their game, and that's exactly why that entire section was changed and made, because if anybody using a tool to optimize their efficiency in their code, they have to mark it down. But somebody who uses
Yeah, I can see it, but you could also have somebody actually voice it. There are plenty of people who can perfectly voice a robot.
AI to vibe code everything together and pump it out, they have to mark yes. This makes it incredibly clear for the customer and consumer saying, oh, people made this. There's going to be AI used in it some way, but this was actually done by an actual human being. And the content I'm seeing, the music I'm hearing, that was also done by people. And that's a good thing overall because now it draws a hard line in the sand. And it gets even better because Valve also put the power in your hands. Content generated during gameplay. Because the live generation of AI content can produce novel images, audio, text, and other content which neither the developer nor the Steam review process can verify through standard processes, it is important that you make honest and accurate disclosures about your implementation and its usage. In addition, we will provide users with the tools through the Steam overlay to flag inappropriate or copyright infringing output. It is
Yes. Yes. Yes, Steam. Yes. Yes, bitch, work. We love this shit. We love it. Why do we love it? Because everybody that's gives a fuck about this stuff can get involved. If you fuck around, you're gonna find out. Let's hope that this doesn't get, like, really overutilized. It's a flag, so they have to look into it. But yes, fucking W, Gabe.
It's the responsibility of you, the developer, to implement guardrails that will prevent users from being exposed to inappropriate and illegal content. Failure to do so will result in your app being pulled from the store. This is exactly what customers and consumers need. The ability for game developers to take full accountability of how they're marketing their games properly and signifying to the actual customer consumer, hey, we do not have generative AI assets in this game. We did use AI for our coding, for our workflow, just like everybody else is doing. So yeah, here's our game, AI free. That's exactly what customers are in fact looking for. And if people go around and find AI assets in your game, they can mark it correctly and you can have your app removed. So it's honestly better to tell the truth from the first time. That way.
Yep. Let's just hope that they actually, like, look into the flags. Ooh, funny number for views. Haha, 69. Heh heh heh. Keklamau. ADHD. Sorry. Let's hope that they actually don't pull a YouTube and actually look at the flags when they find them. Because if they don't, that's going to be a problem. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Hopefully it doesn't go that way.
Us as consumers won't go around and start pulling you from the store page, clearly because if you're going to make slop, then you're going to get called out for it. And again, this is why Valve keeps winning and why Steam seems to do the right thing. As much as Tim Sweeney wants to pretend to gloat like he went around proving that he was right the entire time, clearly he never read the actual fucking article or in fact what was happening inside of Steam in the first.
Yes, because he is a jilted bitch who is upset that his app and his storefront fucking suck. And most people who use it only go on it to get the free game. I don't even do that anymore. Fuck that shit. They're not even good games to begin with. They're bullshit games that mean absolutely nothing.
First place. And it really goes to show that anyone else trying to pop off about this doesn't truly understand what Valve's motives are and what's actually happening. Because if Valve didn't make this change...
Yes, praise be to Lord Gavin. Oh.
Then basically the AI tag would be effectively useless, simply because everyone's workflow includes AI in some capacity. And because of that, everything would just be labeled as AI-generated content, providing an actual ability for AI slop to be swept under the rug and be sold onto the platform without notifying the customer and consumer properly. And that's the biggest issue overall. Valve had to go through and find some way of being able to separate people using AI to just make everything and people using AI for a workflow, and that's what people are looking for. The ability to find out if the game itself has AI-generated content instead of actually having AI being used to make their day work a little bit easier when making the game by human beings in the first place. AI itself is...
Yeah, the AI itself, the tools aren't bad. They are actually very helpful. I'll only get Alan Wake 2 if it comes to Steam. I got it for Epic to play it on stream a while back. It is one of the few games that I did not finish because it hurt my fucking eyes. Oh dear God, did it hurt my eyes.
Is not a criminal offense. AI itself is in fact a tool to be used properly. And if used correctly and still used by people and not used as a replacement for people, then it actually works out the right way. And people who don't want...
Exactly. Exactly, Alex. We don't want people to be replaced. We want menial tasks to be replaced. That's what we care about.
AI slop get exactly what they want. Games made by people with the proper tools and nothing easily generated or vibe coded and put out to make easy cash and take advantage of customers and consumers in the first place. But I think the funniest thing about all this isn't the fact that Valve went out and made this change correctly for the customer. It's the fact that people went ahead and jumped the gun, not realizing what is actually going on. Carla Ortiz on Twitter said this, a terrible and gross decision by @Valve Software. Customers deserve to know how their games are made so they can decide whether they wish to support exploitative slop or not. Hiding this only causes distrust, damages the brand, and hurts the industry. Reverse this decision. Remember?
I'm not gonna lie, I got by this too. I thought that I'm part of it. Alex is right. My bad. My bad. My bad. But yeah, I could see why this is fucking stupid. I'm fucking stupid for believing it on face value and not actually reading it. Because I am an ADHD riddled bitch who gets distracted easily.
Back just a little bit ago when I said people just don't read the article and they pop off on the headline. Well, Carla, here's your sign. Literally going around not understanding a single fucking thing that was said about what Valve was doing or why they're doing it, and you're turning around saying that it's gross. People deserve to know. The thing is, Carla, under the old way that Valve was doing it, nobody would know because the AI tag would be applied across every single game and every single aspect of Steam itself. The difference is that if you actually read what was happening, just like everybody else is calling on the quote retweets, you would finally understand that you were in fact wrong. Hell, you know what? You proved it yourself when you went ahead and locked the replies because you knew you...
Ooh!
That's right. Choke on it, you slut.
Ooh, you knew you were fucked. That's why you locked it. Ooh. Love it.
fucked up, you knew it was a bad take, and you went ahead and did it anyways. And the scarier part is the actual virtue signaling of other people liking this tweet in response and saying, oh, yes, queen, you sure showed Valve, not understanding what is in fact happening. Valve is not trying to hide AI from customers and consumers. They're giving customers and consumers the proper tools to call out AI slop on the platform, let game developers know if you get called out, your game is pulled, and then still provide developers who are using AI tools properly in their workflow to still use them and still be able to provide their game that is made by actual people with just the tools themselves, and not as an actual replacement. Literally, Valve is doing the thing that all these people want companies to do, and they're still mad about it in the actual end. And if
It's because they don't have reading comprehension skills. I didn't read the article. That's my fucking bad. I need to start doing that. My bad. I take the hit. My bad. My bad. I'll take the dick kick. I'll take the dick kick. My bad. It's my bad. I'll take it. But all these people ain't doing it. All these other people ain't doing it. And it's fucking sad.
If you think it's just Valve and PC gaming, well, you might have another thing coming. Because according to Automaton, over 50% of Japanese game companies use AI in development, according to the Tokyo Game Show organizer. That's right, 50% of Japanese game developers are using AI in game development. Under Valve's own actual rules, that AI tag would be applied across every game that 50% of those devs are in fact using AI, basically making it completely irrelevant to even have that tag in the first place. Granting
That's true. It's basically like calling somebody a racist, a sexist, all the ists, calling them a Nazi. The word has no meaning if it's overused and done wrong. Like grifter. If it's overused, it has no meaning. It has no punch. People love their buzzwords and they love to overuse them.
Sweeney his actual wish. The difference, though, is Carla and so many others, the new AI tag would be completely dependent upon whether or not the game developer used AI in their workflow throughout their day to make the game themselves as people, or whether or not they use AI to replace people and create artwork that you are consuming as a customer as you are playing the game. That is the biggest difference about what we're seeing and what people truly aren't understanding, why Valve is doing this as the best way for you as a customer and where you're going to spend your money. Thereby stating, when a game has an AI tag, you can clearly understand artwork is being used here by AI, music is being used here by AI, localization or even voiceovers are AI here in this game as well, and the customer can choose whether or not to buy that game. With that tag no longer there, they can clearly understand a game dev may have used AI tools to make their workflow easier, but that game was still made by actual human beings, and the customer can be assured that the artwork, the music, the localization, the voiceovers, all that there that they're consuming directly when they're playing the game is in fact made by proper people, and they were...
Yes, this is what we want. I don't have much to say about this, but I am pausing to say that yes. Yes, queen. Yes, queen.
Compensated, hopefully, correctly. And that's the entire point of this tagging system. Anyone who jumped the gun on this and said Valve did the wrong thing clearly never read the article. Clearly, they didn't know what they were talking about, and they went ahead and decided to shit on Steam, not realizing that we've already crossed the Rubicon on what AI is in fact doing in game development, when the fact that Unreal Engine 5, like I said before, has AI tools built into the actual engine itself for game dev on its own. And basically everybody is using UE5 right now. And this is why, in my opinion, Valve still is the best place to go ahead and buy your games and understand why they are always focusing on the customer and consumer first. They give you the proper tools, they give you the actual power, and then they provide you the ability to go through and actually understand exactly what you're buying instead of actually being surprised later on in the end. This is the kind of transparency that companies like Epic Games and Tim Sweeney clearly do not understand about why people like Steam and Valve so much compared to their own storefront that clearly is nothing more than just a Fortnite skin shop in the very beginning. So Tim Sweeney, little piece of advice, maybe next time, try harder. People might actually buy a fucking game on your storefront instead of just going ahead and just using it for Fortnite and getting a free game and logging off. You clown. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear what you guys have to say about this in the...
Alrighty, thank you, Daddy. That was beautiful. That was the banger. I love it. I've got one more video. One more. And then we're done for the night. We're going to Hypnotic, and he's talking about the lawsuit against Ubisoft. Now, I'm gonna laugh at this because it's funny. And as somebody who had to deal with 100%ing, quote unquote, there are reasons that I didn't 100% it because you fucking suck, Ubisoft. 100%. Goddamn Assassin's Creed Shadows last year. For months. For like 2 whole months, I was playing nothing but that. It sucked. It sucked dick. And the fact that I couldn't even use or play the DLC that I paid for with my own money because you guys can't fucking fix your shit so it reads it properly and loads the fucking data. You deserve to get fucking sued.
Yes, Assassin's Creed. Okay, so, guys, we covered a lot about Alexis, is it Mark Alexis Cote? I keep saying Alexis Mark Cote. It's Mark Alexis Cote. All right, so we covered a lot of Mark Alexis Cote because he made a lot of statements during the Assassin's Creed Shadows debacle last year. And it took me a bit of a shock and a bit of a surprise where, out of nowhere, he seemingly left Assassin's Creed Shadows and Ubisoft. And this happened at a time where they were trying to convince everybody that Assassin's Creed is doing better than it ever has been.
We know that it hasn't been. Oh, we know Assassin's Creed is in the toilet. We know. We know. Oh, we know.
Everybody that Assassin's Creed Shadows is the #1 game in the universe. Every alien that has ever existed in this universe has played Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's how successful it was, right? And then all of a sudden...
Ha ha! Ha ha! Ha ha! Ha ha!
Why the fuck you lying? Why?
Mark Alexis Cote just left, and nobody quite understood why. He's been pretty quiet about it. He did dispel one allegation, and then after that kind of went quiet about it. Well, apparently now he is suing Ubisoft, which is interesting, for almost $1 million, alleging supposedly constructive dismissal. But
why just 1 million? Why aren't you taking him for more? Because that's like chump change for them.
the reason why he is suing the company. Former Assassin's Creed boss Mark Alexis Cote left Ubisoft just 7 months after the release of Shadows, one of the most see what I'm saying? One of the most successful games in the series history, bro.
I don't agree. It's ass. It's AIDS. It's super cancer AIDS.
Why are we still doing
this? Oh. Why you always lying? See? Same wavelength.
Why are we still doing this? There's no reason, bro. It's 2026. Can we stop? Can we stop lying about it? He stood up for the game.
Oh my god. Stop fucking lying.
Public figures like Elon Musk derided it, and the day after Ubisoft announced his exit from the company, he said it wasn't his choice, and now he is in fact suing. It says when he originally spoke of the issue last October, he said on LinkedIn he was offered a role at the nascent Vantage Studios, but that it did not carry the same scope, mandate, or continuity with the work that I have been entrusted with in recent years. So what it really means is that Ubisoft gave him an ultimatum, and they said, we can fire you right now, or you can take a lower position, we're going to demote you, and you can keep your job at a lower pay, and it'll be fine. The choice is yours.
That is fucked. Oh, that is beyond fucked. Oh, that is bad. That is very, very bad if true.
And this guy probably got super offended. He's like, I'm not going to take a job lower than what I'm at right now. Why would I do that? And to be fair, a lot of people wouldn't do that, right? So that seems to be the case. But let's continue. So it was evident back then he was not enthusiastic about leaving, and he said, I came to see myself as a captain of the Assassin's Creed ship, someone who leaves only once every soul on board is safe, and that is exactly what I've done for as long as I could. On Friday, Radio Canada reported that a lawsuit was filed in the Superior Court of Quebec, claiming $1.3 million in damages, just under $1 million in U.S. currency, including 2 years' salary and $75,000 in moral damages. Wow.
Oof. Oof. Get shit on!
What the fuck, bro? Moral damages? The lawsuit argues, obtained via machine translation, that Mr. Cote's influence would have crumbled since the creation of Vantage Studios, which took charge of the Assassin's Creed series. He who, until then, had received his orders directly from the CEO himself at Ubisoft. In other words, he was made to be head of production, who would have answered to the head of franchise, a position that oversees development of Rainbow Six, Far Cry, and Assassin's Creed. Cote wasn't considered for the head of franchise role, as it was based in France rather than Quebec, so he felt his only options were the apparent demotion or unwilling resignation. So that's literally what I said. Why am I not surprised? That's
yeah, that is beyond fucked. That is not. I don't think that's legal, bro. I don't think that's legal.
Literally what I said. It says Radio Canada's report states that Cote considered all the unacceptable and constituted constructive dismissal, which, if you're unaware, is when a resignation is considered involuntary because working conditions become hostile. Moral damages? You guys don't know what moral damages is? Good, neither do I. Emotional damage? Yeah, I don't know, maybe one of those things. So he's been consistent.
Let me look that up. What are moral damages? Because I want to know now. Moral damages may remedy different types of non-material harm in the context of investment arbitration, including damages to personality and reputation. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
On that October, when he wrote, I did not walk away, I stayed at my post until Ubisoft asked me to step aside. On LinkedIn, Cote had worked on the series since 2010 during the development of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I mean, listen, at this point, I don't know what the $1.3 million in damages is from or for. I have no idea. It seems like a lot of money. And I mean, also wanting 2 years salary, bro. Like what? So,
I mean, it says including 2 years salary and $7,500 in moral damages. It says exactly what it is. Hypnotic. You read it. You just read it.
You won $1.3 million. Actually, really, you won $1 million. You won $1 million, and then you won 2 years paid salary, and then you also won $75,000 in moral damages, right? So how much money exactly are you trying to get out of this fucking lawsuit?
It's 1.3 million damage, which includes 2 years salary and $7,500 in moral damages. It's not 2 years salary and 75 on top of the 1.3. It's in the 1.3. Homie, do not be a child left behind, please, dear God.
It's so insane. That's a fuck ton of money. And I guess they're probably, dividing and conquering, hoping that they can at least get, some of the money instead of all the money. But yeah, I think at this point, whenever we see a high-profile lawsuit like this is almost guaranteed to settle out of court. These companies are not going to go into a courtroom. Ubisoft is going to sit him down, and they're going to be like, listen, what do you want to just shut the fuck up? That's basically it. What do you want to shut the fuck up? Like, what do you want, $1 million shut up? You want $2 million shut up? Like, what do you want to shut the fuck up and leave us alone? That's basically it. So, again, we will see. We will follow up on this and see what happens. But if you are, holding your breath for some sort of, fucking trial or something, you're probably not going to get it, most likely with this. The more he wins, the more the lawyers get. Yeah, I mean, exactly. I totally get that. I understand that. I 100% get that. But, I mean, damn. The moral damages seem to line up with how much his lawyers cost. Strange. Interesting how that works. Kind of like what Weenie for Sweetie said. Interesting.
Are you sure about that? I'm not totally sure about that.
Right? Now, I disagreed with Mark Alexis Cote in the past. He has said some really stupid shit regarding Assassin's Creed as a whole, especially Assassin's Creed Shadows. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was the guy that admitted that Assassin's Creed Shadows had a team of people working on it who over 50% of them never worked on a video game before. Ever. Like, I'm not talking about never worked on an Assassin's Creed game. I'm talking about never worked on a video game ever.
What?
That was over half of their team. Right, so that's pretty insane, number one. Also, number two, he said some other wild shit, obviously, regarding, DEI and all that nonsense.
Wild if true, and I don't care about the DEI.
People are like, well, that's kind of gay.
I don't care.
Nobody cares about that.
I don't care.
If he was forcibly removed, I kind of feel like it had to do with the performance of this game, right? Am I crazy for thinking that? The person who was in charge of Assassin's Creed Shadows is now suddenly being forced to get demoted after supposedly the most successful game, ever in the history of video games? Now, all of a sudden, they're like, yeah, well, you can either take the lower position or you can get to step in. It's just, does anybody else think that's insane timing? Right? Because otherwise...
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. I think that might be reading into it a little too much, but that's just my opinion.
It's like, is this really a successful game? They're trying to get rid of this guy for a reason. So clearly, I don't think they thought that he, made Shadows up to what it should have been. Most usually are. Yeah, I don't know. This is a strange one, to be honest with you. But at this point, it is what it is. So we're gonna follow up the story. We're gonna see what happens from this. This just.
All right, guys. I think that's pretty much it for what I've got you guys. This is what I've got for you guys today. I won't be doing this again until Saturday or Sunday, sometime this weekend. I don't know yet. It's whenever I can. But thank you guys for coming out. I'm really excited that we've had some new community members pop in here. Had some great conversations. Gotten quite a bit of views in just the amount of time. Keep in mind, guys, we are still working on that 3K Dono goal, so I can get the VTuber model done, and I can use that going forward. And I also want to point out that I have taken off the Harmon book from the 1K mark. Reason being is because I'm going to start reading those voluntarily. Because I think I'm the only one that is willing to do it. Gara meme for his next stream. Want to see in DMs? Sure. Send it to me, butt chug. Back on my train of thought. I'm going to be trying to do that willingly. I'm going to do the Wheel of Pain at some point with all of his remaining books and do a spin to see what we do next. And then probably once a week I'll be reading those. Reading bits and pieces of that. I'm not excited about it. But this is the pain I endure for you guys. For you. Anyways, if you're not already subscribed, do so. If you haven't liked the video or the stream, do it. Do it now. Do it now. And I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow night for some more Dying Light 2. Because we still have a lot to get through. I'll let you guys know in Discord. Thanks. Love you. Bye.